So hi guys, so this is my work or this is the blog that I make. So let's start. So my title is Grow Like a Mung Bean. Mung bean was bought in public market and loam soil was used for all the containers and plats. Each plat was planted with 10 mung bean seeds. The amount of vermicompost applied in each plat varies from 10 grams, 20 grams, and 30 grams. All other variables were made constant, such as the amount of sunlight and water received by the plants in all plats. So this is the effects of putting organic fertilizer in mung bean. Effects of organic fertilizer in mung bean. It improves soil nutrients levels. It improves soil structure and reduces soil erosion. Mung bean was very easy to grow without anything distorted leaves and large holes in the beans. Other mung bean don't germinate because of lack of fertilizer and too much fertilizer. So today, what's the effect of too much fertilizer on your plant? The result is yellow or brown discoloration and root damage. You can see the damage within a day or two, or it may take a couple weeks if you use a slow-release fertilizer. So I copied this in IA because this is the result in observing the mung bean. After incubation period, it was found out that the plants in plot number 3 were the first to sprout, followed by plot number 2, and lastly by plot number 1. The height of the stem measured in centimeters and the number of leaves were counted after 3 and 5 days consecutively. So this is the disadvantage and advantage of organic fertilizer in mung bean. So first, we're going to know what is disadvantage of organic fertilizer in mung bean. First is the biggest disadvantage of using an organic fertilizer is that it may not contain primary nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus, or potassium. Next is some organics can take longer to green up the lawn. The third one is it often takes longer to help your plants grow. So let's go on the advantage of organic fertilizer in mung bean. So the first is balances the soil ecosystem. Next is boosts plant health naturally. Third one is the process of decomposition requires no chemical intervention. The fourth one is organic fertilizer don't upset the balance in the soil because they don't leave behind any artificial compounds. And the last one is delivers nutrients in a slow but sustainable rate. So let's go on what's the advantage of putting organic fertilizer in our mung bean. So organic fertilizer improve the soil. Organic materials and fertilizer improve the soil texture, allowing it to hold water longer and increase the bacterial and fungal activity in the soil. So they not only assist your plants, they help the soil too. So for now, what's the composition of mung beans? Mung bean as a dry seed is one of the major pulse crops of South and Southeast Asia and the excellent source of plant protein. The dried seeds of green gram contain 23.6% protein, 58.2% carbohydrates, 1.2% fats, 3.3% fibers, 5.9 to 7.6 mg, and 100 grams iron and 4% minerals. So next we're going to answer the guide question. So the first question is, which of the three plants recorded the highest number of leaves, longest stem, and the greatest number of sprouted seeds? Write the average number of leaves, average length of the stem, and number of seeds sprouted. Why do you think so? Answers are: highest number of leaves was the day 5, plat 3 with the average of 8 cm leaves. Longest stem was the day 5 also, plat 3 with the average of 9 cm of stem. Greatest seed sprout was the day 5, plat 3 with the average of 9 cm of sprouts. Because it's been a long time, it's been a long day, and it's been growing for a long time, so day 5 got higher and plat 3 got more vermicompost, which is 30 grams of that. So the next question is, which of the three plants has the least number of leaves, shortest length of stem, and least number of sprouted seeds? Write the average number of leaves, average length of stem, and number of seeds sprouted. Why do you think so? So my answer are, least number of leaves was a day 3 plat 1, shortest length of stem was a day 3 plat 1, least number of sprouted seed was a day 3 plat 1. Because it has less vermicompost added, even if it's last, it still gets the lowest of all because of the little vermicompost added. So let's go on the number 3. How will you relate the amount of fertilizer applied for each plant to the growth rate of mung bean or manga seed? So my answer is, this can be attributed to how much organic fertilizer you put in, as well as how good and how much your mung bean will resort, and the less organic fertilizer you put in, the smallest number or amount of average of the growth seeds and stem length. So the last question is, as a student, do you think the use of organic fertilizer is advantageous? Why or why not? So my answer is yes, it is advantageous because it has a good effect on the soil as well. Of course, on the mung bean you planted. So if you're trying to plant a mung bean, so never forget to put some organic fertilizer so your mung bean was very healthy and grow faster. So let's proceed. So this is our answer or solution of the mung bean. So key concept of inverse variation. So I use inverse variation. If y varies inversely with z and y equals to 30, when z equals to 20, find y when z is equal to 10. So this is my solution. As you can see, we multiply the y and the z. So 30 times 20 is equal to 600. So next is we multiply 30 times 10, so we can get 300. So 300 divided by 10 is 10. So the final answer is y is equal to 10. So more information in mung bean. More information about mung bean. So the mung bean, alternatively known as the green gram, mash, Persian, mong from Sanskrit, Romanized mungga, mongo or mungo from Philippines, is a plant species in the Legumiae family. The mung bean is mainly cultivated in East Asia, Southeast Asia, and Indian subcontinent. It is used as an ingredient in both savory and sweet dishes. So I have trivia in mung bean sprout. The small pads contain about a dozen small BB-sized seeds. 1 pound of seeds produces about 6 pounds of mung bean sprouts. The most popular form of this bean, dried mung beans, are also ground into flour used to make cellophane noodles in China.